'Cause you had a bad day, you take it one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 pop one-hit wonders.
I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn.
For this list, we're looking at the best tunes from artists who couldn't repeat their success. While individual acts may have made more songs, each of them had a major hit that overshadowed the rest of their work. Did we forget one of your favorite one-hit wonders? Let us know in the comments below. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10. Video killed the radio star, The Buggles. The Buggles arrived on the musical scene during a major shift in pop music. In this song, interesting lyrics talk about the history of technical advancements from radio to other technology.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake intently tuning in on you.
Little did the band know, they were simultaneously crooning about and making industry history. Not only was it a prescient look at coming changes in music, but the song's video was the first one shown on MTV during its initial launch.
You were the first one, you were the last one.
The dynamic vocals and intriguing production bridged the gap between 70s pop and 80s new wave. Despite their early success, their second album, Adventures in Modern Recording, didn't push them any further up the ladder. Number 9. You Get What You Give, New Radicals. Singer Greg Alexander steered the New Radicals through their one and only album. Their lead single, You Get What You Give, was the band's calling card and made them momentary stars.
Wake up, kids, we got the dreamer's disease.
The fantastic melody and relatable lyrics were the major two elements that made this song into an especially entertaining entry into the late 20th century pop scene. You Get What You Give also contains a healthy dose of 90s nostalgia and references.
Fashion shoes with Becky Hansen, Courtney Love, and Marilyn Manson.
After the song exploded onto the scene, Alexander went on to write for other pop artists with the skills he'd honed. Although New Radicals broke up shortly after they released their only album, this hit stays in our hearts.
Can't forget, we only get what we give.
Number 8. Blinded by the Light, Manfred Mann's Earth Band. One of many 60s acts trying to make it big, Manfred Mann had previous success before forming the Manfred Mann's Earth Band in the 70s.
Madman drums, Rome's Indians in the summer with the teenage diplomat.
The group recorded this Bruce Springsteen song that would be one of the iconic singles of the decade. Some people don't love it, but the chorus never fails to hook listeners.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night.
Manfred Mann's Earth Band covered other Springsteen numbers, but those didn't have the same staying power as this track. While some regard the group as a footnote, they still managed to top the charts with this crowd-pleasing pop tune.
Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light.
Number 7. Betty Davis Eyes, Kim Carnes. Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes brought poetic words and a moody sound to pop music.
Her hair is hollow gold, her lips sweet surprise.
Carnes' voice evokes so many nuanced emotional detours that it remains a major highlight of the 80s. Next to its status as a cultural and critical high point, the song spent several weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100.
She'll lay you on the throne. She got Betty Davis eyes.
While the singer's other solo work and collaborations entered the charts throughout the same decade, they aren't as well remembered. Betty Davis Eyes just contains a power and charm that her other hit couldn't top. Its legacy as a haunting and unique hit makes it a standout.
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
Number 6. Bad Day, Daniel Powter. Canadian musician Daniel Powter spent the early 2000s trying to get his music heard.
Where is the moment we needed the most?
During that time, he wrote Bad Day. When it was finally released in 2005, it was a massive pop culture hit. Thanks to Top 40 Radio, the song was hard to escape during its initial release, whether listeners loved it or thought it was overplayed.
Well, you need a blue sky holiday. The point is they laugh at what you say.
The words deal with a universal idea in a blunt and effective way. While he's had a steady output of music in subsequent years, none of it brought him the same acclaim. For those who want to trip down memory lane, this ballad still manages to encapsulate all of the complicated feelings that come with feeling down. Number 5. Tainted Love, Soft Cell. Soft Cell's version of Tainted Love has been a pop staple since its release. It features a number of fun electronic elements that epitomize the new wave and synth pop sound.
Sometimes I feel I've got to.
However, many people don't realize that it was a cover of Gloria Jones's recording from the 60s. But Soft Cell ensured that they would be the main act associated with the song after their unique rendition.
And you think love is to pray.
After reaching the top 10 around the world, the group couldn't come up with another single at the level of Tainted Love. Although they broke up in the 80s, the occasional reunion brings them back together to perform.
Tainted love, tainted love.
Number 4. Walking on Sunshine, Katrina and the Waves. With Walking on Sunshine, Katrina and the Waves funnel pure happiness into a highly addictive and upbeat single.
I used to think maybe you love me, now baby I'm sure.
From the brass arrangements to the energetic singing, the song personifies the feeling of falling in love and being happy. It's no wonder that many films, TV shows, and commercials have used the track to convey excitement.
I said baby I just want you back and I want you to stay.
While Katrina and the Waves didn't have another notable hit, Europeans got to watch them win Eurovision in the 90s. As long as people need an instant pick-me-up, this number will be there to provide a perfect antidote to sadness.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine.
Number 3. Somebody That I Used to Know, Gautier featuring Kimbra. Musicians Gautier and Kimbra teamed up for this pop masterpiece. Its minimal production and passionate vocals made it a surprise hit in the early 2010s.
Told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company.
Lyrically compelling and emotionally resonant, the single tells the story of the breakup from two different perspectives. It also proves that you don't need a huge budget or tons of added effects to be popular.
Now and then I think of all the times you screwed me over.
Soaring to number 1, the tune also won 2 Grammys for its ingenious sound. Somebody That I Used to Know is an enduring song that will be remembered first and foremost for its great writing.
Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know.
Number 2, Come On Eileen, Dexy's Midnight Runners. British group Dexy's Midnight Runners remain nostalgic favorites for this 80s track. The undeniably great song hasn't aged a day from a musical standpoint.
Oh, Johnny Ride. Sunny side up on the radio.
With solid singing and folksy arrangements, the hit provides a truly inclusive and dynamic sound. It's no wonder that audiences around the world have grown to embrace it as a classic.
These people around here.
While their other single, Gina, was a UK number 1, it failed to have the same effect across the Atlantic. Admittedly, Dexy's Midnight Runners might not have an extensive catalog, but Come On Eileen more than makes up for their limited output.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear it means at this moment. Everything.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Don't Worry, Be Happy, Bobby McFerrin. An a cappella masterpiece and mantra for living life rolled into one.
Don't worry, be happy.
There She Goes, The Laws. This jangle pop single inspired plenty of 90s Britpop acts with its engaging songwriting. I'll Be There For You, The Rembrandts. This rocking theme song for Friends still provides thrills all these years later.
I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Torn, Natalie Imbruglia. A heartbreaking pop song with emotional vocals from singer Natalie Imbruglia.
You're a little late, I'm already told.
What is Love? Hadaway. A brash and infectious dance club favorite that inspired a popular SNL skit.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. 1,000 Miles, Vanessa Carlton. In the early 2000s, Vanessa Carlton emerged as a shining example of a new generation of singer-songwriters.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound.
1,000 Miles made her an instant success in the pop world. While she spent several years releasing other music, she still remained synonymous with the hit.
'Cause I need you, and I miss you. Now I wonder.
She ultimately came to terms with the fact that it would likely be her most notable track. Through its use in film, 1,000 Miles continues to be inspirational for a wide audience.
Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd.
Carlton's piano riff and bittersweet lyrical content set her apart from other pop artists. Even if other songs like Ordinary Day didn't stick with the public, it's clear that she's an underrated musical talent.
'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles and just see you.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.